funding for clean transportation projects is not easy.
Correct. So the Mobile Source Air Pollution Reduction Review Committee, their sole mission is to provide funding for clean transportation projects that reduce emissions from mobile sources. So anything from infrastructure to vehicles, school buses, rideshare, things like that.
Is rideshare using this?
They have used some funding from the MSRC in the past. Yes.
What do you mean by securing parking lots?
No, they actually fund. They've funded in the past van pool programs. They've helped fund the.
Well, you have to park them somewhere.
Right, but we don't fund that type of infrastructure.
Well, generally you just ask the shopping center if you can park the vans there, and they probably don't charge. So, but you get funding for cleaning up vehicles?
Well, we fund clean vehicles, so...
Yeah, you have to start over, don't you? Okay.
When you say fund clean vehicles, that means they already have to have the vehicles that are clean air burning?
Well, no, we fund people to buy down programs where you put in matching funds
So they can make the investment.
And this gentleman has a few good words for us. How to love clean air. How do we do that?
Basically by embracing clean air technologies that are clean.
Would that be something to do with our vehicles?
Yeah, it would. We have information on, this is a clean car buying guide for people to use that they can look into these days. There's actually cleaner alternative fuel vehicles that are for sale that are at regular car prices.
This is called the Advisor.
Yeah, that's a special edition.
So, but you don't really have information on the air compressed car, do you?
No.
Okay, we're at the AQMD and figuring out why when we call them they don't do anything about
That's why.
smoke coming out of bulldozers, and he's telling us that he only takes care of dust coming off the project.
They're stationary source controllers.
So who should we call?
Like I said, I would check with the California Air Resources Board. Call their public...
So that's CARB,
Yeah.
California Air Resources Board. You know, we can't create jobs in America.
I can.
Well, I think so.
I'm pretty dedicated to building jobs if I can.
Great. Well, we have a community college to hand you. MSJC refuses all these years to solarize after students have asked and marched, and they're going to have Measure AA and have a lot of money now. So
Right. Let me get this real.
we don't need another major forest fire. You know, we have plenty of jobs here. We have decayed infrastructure, bulwarks and retaining walls all crumbling down. And they want to put money in $1.5 trillion for new fighter jets. Well, they could put that here, couldn't they? Yep. Well, you'll be helping by, not need foreign wars for oil and
I
other.
would love to get us off foreign oil. Can't tell you how many Marines I've seen not here anymore because of that. Foreign oil.
And that's what we need is jobs here, watching our forests.
Side. And on behalf of WRCOG, I'm excited to welcome you to our 2014 Expo here at the beautiful South Coast Winery in Temecula. We have an excellent program today with many expert panelists and a special keynote presentation from Mr. Ralph Nader. I would like to thank the South Coast Winery for being such gracious hosts. This is a beautiful venue and we are thrilled to be here once again. Planning can improve air quality. WRCOG's Clean City Coalition has continued to achieve huge success and works each year to help cities such as Riverside prepare for increased use of electric and alternative fuels. In fact, in 2012, the coalition was recognized by the U.S. Department of Energy for excellence. Of the approximately 100 Clean City coalitions nationwide, the Western Riverside Coalition always ranks in the top 5 when measuring gallons of gasoline replaced with alternative fuels. WRCOG also administers several other major programs that address the region's rapid growth and advance sustainability and quality of life. One such effort is the Transportation Uniform Mitigation Fee, or TUMF, program, which will result in $4 billion for regional transportation and transit infrastructure improvements. TUMF is the largest program of its kind in the United States. The agency's HERO program provides financing for home and business owners to make their properties more energy and water efficient. The HERO program already approved over $1 billion of financing and has improved over 10,000 properties in western Riverside County. This includes the installation of more than 18 megawatts of solar, which is enough energy to power 14,000 homes. Based on the success of the HERO program in western Riverside County, the program has expanded statewide, and WRCOG now offers financing in 142 jurisdictions throughout California, which represents 25% of the state's rooftops. Like TUMF, the HERO program is the largest energy and water retrofit program in the United States and establishes our region as a national leader. Finally, in its framework, its sustainability framework, a guide for WRCOG's future, our leaders have identified transportation, energy, the environment, economic development, and health as key priorities we must address in order to accommodate expected growth in a manner that will improve the region's quality of life. More importantly, they have acknowledged that these issues must be addressed together through a holistic lens to best position our region for the changes ahead. Now, before we get started, just planning to improve the overall health of our communities. We are honored and fortunate to have our keynote speaker, Mr. Ralph Nader, named by Time magazine as one of the 100 most influential Americans of the 20th century. Please join me in thanking Mr. Ralph Nader for being here today. In all, we hope this event will inform and inspire you, and we hope to do this all by 1 p.m. So you can go out in the adjacent parking lot to view and ride some of the newest vehicles to hit the market. If you take a look inside of your event program, there's a list of all the vehicles parked outside for the ride and drive, which begins promptly after our lunchtime keynote speech.
300 miles on a fill-up?
Yes.
Would you call it a fill-up?
Fill up, yeah.
Because it is actually a liquid.
It's a liquid
substance.
hydrogen.
A liquid hydrogen.
Right.
We have with us today Mr. Bruce, who's going to give us a tour of a quite accelerated amount of space now that you can cover in a fuel cell car. 300 miles.
So it goes about 300 miles on the charge, on the tank. And it's a full electric car. It's got an electric motor.
As a hybrid override?
No, it's not a hybrid. It's electric. But instead of a battery electric car, this is a hydrogen electric car.
Okay.
And so it'll be out in about a year. It'll be sold in California.
And you get lots of rebates and
Yeah, so
turn in
a
your
lot of
other
fun to
car.
drive.
Yeah. How fast does it go?
It'll go well over 100 miles an hour. And
Well, we don't need to do that, so we'll get
It's
a
got
ticket.
great.
It's
great
not impervious
performance.
to tickets, so we
No,
need
it isn't. It's a very nice driving car.
Well, it's absolutely magnificent. So we know all the more affluent people will have one. It would be good.
Well, that's what we hope.
Yes.
We don't have a price yet, so I don't know.
And where are these refueling stations?
Well,
This could be an
that
issue.
that I don't know. This gentleman over in the next booth, he's with the California Fuel Cell Partnership, so he knows where all the infrastructure is going to be.
He mentioned 50 new ones,
Right.
and they're already quite a map full. So, just have to plan your trip very well.
But they're going to come. I mean, I got to be honest. I mean, I think if these don't sell faster than hybrids did, I'll be very surprised. Once you get the what we call a well-to-wheels analysis or a source-to-tailpipe analysis of the fuel path. So right now, most of your hydrogens come from natural gas. Now, if you look at its footprint compared to gasoline, its footprint is less than half. It's a tolerable interim fuel source, but the goal is to get to what we call renewable hydrogen. So that means electrolyzing water, splitting water using solar or wind, or taking it from biomass, like from sewage or agricultural waste.
Now you're talking.
So California actually has a requirement for all of the publicly funded stations that 33% of the hydrogen has to come from renewable sources. And that's not a ramp up, that's immediate.
Is that technology there?
Oh yeah, yeah, electrolyzers are there. The technology is there to do all of them. It's really now about, again, on that side, production volumes and efficiencies. So they're going to be able to, they're matching it. In fact, for all the stations that are coming out, I think to see, the Energy Commission did an analysis, and what they're showing is for all those publicly funded stations, about 46% of the hydrogen being sold is going to be renewable. So you also have a lot of you have a commitment, I think the what we call the industrial gas producers. So they're not the oil companies, but like Air Liquide and Air Products. So Air Liquide, for example, has committed that by, I think it's 2020, 50% of their hydrogen is going to be renewable. So it's either through, electrolyzing water or biomass, or through carbon capture. So it's interesting to see this is all beginning to play out. And there's a lot of policies that are coming into play that will make hydrogen and all the alternative fuel pathways look much more attractive than gasoline.
And then how much does it cost to pull this up?
Okay, so the simplistic marketing phrase I'm supposed to give you is that hydrogen will be cost competitive for gasoline, but when they start selling it, no, out the gate, so about the same range. It's going to be a little hard to put a read in at first. Okay, I like to tell people to do specifications.
If we care about the earth on which we stand, we will develop a hazardous waste-free plan that replaces dangerous man-made compound chemistry with recycled resources and non-toxic technology.
Like we do with gasoline and when we sell it. So we need to be able to show that these pumps are pumping accurately for consumers.
Keep connected with that's fuel cell, liquid fuel cell. And produce sources of recycle, reuse, restore
What's up?
resources, a green job plan.
What's up?